Hello, good people. Good morning. Good morning, my crafty friends. Thank you for joining me for another fun-filled day of Jo and her very slow crafting ability. Star Surfer Crafts, we're here again for a fun-filled day. What I wanted to do was start out, usually I save this for the end of the video, but I'm going to go ahead and do it in the beginning. The Dangerous Ones on YouTube, an excellent channel to check out. They have done, it's like a 3-hour long video. They call it the Resistance ASMR. It's 100 of the calls that they have gotten. They have a hotline. The number 503-212-4600, and you can leave up to a 5-minute message just to vent or you know, just to talk. And they put 100 calls together and have a 3-hour video out. It just helps you to not feel so alone if you're like me and a blue dot around a lot of red. You know, it's helpful to know that there are others out there who feel the same way you do about what's happening in our country and how it's just not right. And you know, I don't want a fascist Nazi state in the USA. So they also have an email. Check them out. Also, I just found out yesterday, Martha Root, remember my hero? She shut down 3 white supremacists websites. She now has a YouTube channel. There's only a couple videos on it because she's just starting on there. I believe she does have an Instagram if you're on there. But she now has a YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe, and I'm sure she will be putting more content in there. So there we go. Get you started this morning. And stencils. We did the paint. We did the stamps. This was the clear gesso. This was the black gesso. And this is the collage medium. So they turned out pretty cool. They are a lot darker. Let me show you. They are a lot darker from my original. But like I said, on this, I know I used some alcohol inks. And I wanted to do it without the alcohol inks so that, you know, if you just have a couple colors of paint, you can still do it. And it's still going to look pretty cool. So there you go. And I did, you know, I did do them really dark, but I think they'll be fine. So once you cut them up, you do take a little sandpaper to them, and it opens it up to where you see a little more metal around it. And yeah, we're not done yet. There's still steps to go. So, and I figured to start out the day, what better way but to do anti-Nazi, anti-fascist art, right? That is the best way to do it. So what I'm using today is I have, this is just a kitchen sponge. I just cut up into little pieces. It was super dry, so I did get it moist, but it's not like drippy wet anymore. It'll just handle the paint a lot better. And we're gonna get started. Oh, stencils. Stencils. I have these stencils, which are pretty big to use on that. So then I had gotten these stencils, which are still kind of big, but maybe usable, maybe a few numbers this size. And it also had what I found in it was a cool arrow. I would like to use the arrow. So we have those, or then I had these stencils. This is just like cardstock, and they're a better size, but you know, using it, it's going to get really squishy and soft, and you got to keep stopping to use it. So the best stencils I found to use on this are actually these things, mini stencil chips from Tim Holtz. They're the mini ones, so they're just the perfect size. But you got to remember, these are also paper. It does have this metallic coating on the front, but if your paint, when it goes through, it's gonna it can get it soggy. So just be real careful cleaning them up when you use them. But yeah, we're gonna start with Resist, and basically the same paints that I had yesterday. I'm gonna probably, I don't know what's gonna look best. Let me see. Where's my, there it is. Okay, this was my old one. See, I used like the Pueblo, the terracotta one, and to make it lighter, I used one of these, my off-whites, linen or vintage white, something like that, and it actually looks kind of cool. So yeah, we're just gonna try that. I don't know. I'm gonna try not to make this video take another hour, but we're just gonna keep working on it. And I think it was this one, the linen, which is a little bit darker. I did shake these up. I'm just making little piles here. I did shake these up before I started the video, so we're gonna go ahead and put down some, what is this? Burnt umber. Because we might use that. This is a different brown that we didn't really use in there, walnut stain, so that's a possibility. Kind of runny. Okay, and also I'm going to put down a little bit of this. I'm just doing little spots, and what I'll do is just mix it together with the little sponge. There. And I may even try a little bit of this, the yellow ochre, because why not? Why not? We're gonna give it a go, and hopefully it'll work. I did rip off the scrubby part of the sponge, so it's I probably should have left that on as a better holder, because now my fingers are gonna get all full of paint. But hey, it's okay. All right. Oh, and don't forget to have some water, and also and or baby wipes. And you just don't want to put too much paint in there because it'll squish under, but that really doesn't look too good, so alright, we'll figure it out. Just stick with me. Okay, there's an R. Alright, I need a beauty wipe. Just a quick wipe on it, on the back, and now you have one still ready to use. We might need to use, Not sure the best. I probably should have tried this out before I turned the video on, but I told y'all I wasn't gonna do anything to these, not having it on video. I want you to see. Yep. Well, we're trying. It's a little squished. It's kind of hard to get in there. Maybe a smaller sponge. We'll figure it out. Yeah, maybe more of the edge of the sponge. Alright, yep, that works a little better using more of the edge. Well, I hope everybody's having a good morning. We're waiting on a visit from the nurse. Mom had a little bit of a rough night. It's a little scary. Her heart would be doing good, and then all of a sudden it just would stop, plummet, and then come back. So it's a little stressful. And that was her, so I gotta pause you and I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, tea. I like the size of these stencils, but they are hard to work with. But it's possible. Resist. How do you like that? I have decided to try to put more resistance type anti-fascist, anti-Nazi stuff into my crafts. So we're gonna go that way. As its own form of resistance. So I just, the way ice breaking down doors now, you know, just busting into people's homes, ripping them out of cars, getting in an accident, and just insanity. This isn't America. This it's just, here, how about we try a bigger number? Maybe we'll do some some gray. Oh, I like that. Okay. These are also just paper ones, so you gotta kind of be careful cleaning them up. Not too much wet on them. Okay. What else do we want to do? I do like the resist. How about another number? How about a 0 and a 1? Going in for some of that color. Alright. And I would like to put, oh, I know, we could do, we'll do that. Brown. Maybe a little of that. Oh, yeah, I like that with a little bit of the rusty color in there. Oh. Alright, that needs to dry. Do 007. We're gonna let that dry though. Let that set up a little bit more. The only thing with the, oh yeah, they do. I do have numbers from the little Tim Holtz ones. Yay. Okay. How about we do a 6, 7? Yeah, I like the size of these. They're just not working for me. You know, it's more blobby. It's just a little more blobby. Okay, let's try, oh, we can try this one. We'll do right here, dedication to my dearly departed husband. Oh boy. Yeah, these are kind of harder to clean. Does this have a and? It doesn't. There it is. I need to dry it though. Okay, I gotta set these up real quick so I can put another. I don't have a smaller one, do I? No. E. And having a hard time here. And we'll do that. Alright. I think this is the best way to clean it up. So I think that with these, it's that they're thicker. So you have to push through it a little harder, and then it seems to go under it if you don't have it completely flat down. And oh, now I gotta do that again. Okay, let's go back to this one. And do that, a little 7. Let's try that. .007. How's that? Now, since we're going to be cutting them up, you're probably not going to have that on a ticket or a tag unless you specifically cut it for that. But yeah, I don't know if you can see, I'm just kind of mixing it a little bit at a time with the little sponge, just using the same sponge. I think the color mixes make it look, I like that a lot more than just a single color. And we're gonna hopefully they need smaller fingers, I think. Got pork chop fingers. Put a little more of that in there, the rusty color. Oh, now it's really squished. Oh well. Okay. Well, As you can see, it's a little challenging working with wet paint and stencils. There's a fine line. It's a fine line. You want to get the paint in, but you don't want to get too much and it squashes through. That's what that did. Oh well. I still think that looks cool. Maybe another number over here. Let's do a number 9. Yeah, like that. I know, this would go so much faster if I didn't have to stop and clean everything up, but I appreciate whoever's sticking by me. Okay, so what do you think of that? I think it looks pretty good. Okay, let's work on another one. Let's set that aside to dry. Here we go. Now, what are we gonna do on this one? Some more big numbers. Oh, wow. Yeah, just pick something to do. Just pick something, right? Just yes, indecisive Joe is here to put the brakes on. Let's do a number. Oh, I think I need some more paint here. Nope. Okay, how about we do that? Okay. So yeah, I have that dangerous ones video going in the background. A lot of people calling in about their outrage about the murder of Renee Good. A lot of people are outraged about that, which we have every right to be. And if there's no justice for breaking the law, that's, you know, you pretty much destroyed, you know, it's, if there's no law, I don't know how people can still support this moron. And again, I, you know, probably shouldn't speak politics in my crafting videos, but you know, they've pretty much made it to where you have to speak out against the crap that's happening. It's not right to sit silent. So I'm not sitting silent anymore. Okay, let's put something else here. I could do a big number. A big number 2. How about a big 2? $23. Why 23? I don't know. I don't know. Why not? Try. Alright, I got to kind of Oh, I gotta go with number 9. Number 9. Oh, oh. Number 9. Okay. I'm gonna try the little numbers again. Maybe if I push the... I gotta get a new sponge. Yeah, I just need smaller fingers. That almost looks like a 3, doesn't it? The little ones aren't really working the way I wanted them to. Here. Okay, let's try again. Okay. Well. Just gonna put a random 7. Doesn't really look like a 7. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, we're just gonna be done with that one. What do you think? Cool numbers. I wish I had little stencils that did a little bit better. All right, we got one more. This